In today's tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you expert tips for picking winning soccer matches. And I will also make sure that I explain to you all the various steps which you require to find better choices and to make informed picks to come out with the best match picks to include them in your slip for better results. So you want to make sure that you follow all of these steps step by step to grab all the points which we are going to explain to you so that you have nothing to miss and grab all the various points. So without wasting time, I'll go directly to begin with the first step. So the first step I want to proceed with this strategy is making sure that I proceed to one particular website which I'm going to use for analysis. Of course, there are a lot of soccer prediction websites on the net, but using this tutorial, I will use one particular one here, which of course is going to be WinDrawWin. So what you want to do is to make sure that you use your search browser, being it Yahoo, Bing, or whatever search browser you are using. You want to make sure to search for the key term WinDrawWin and click on search. Once you click on search, of course, you're going to see a front page that looks like this from the front end, and the URL of the site is windrawwin.com. Of course, most of you are familiar with this website. And of course, what I want to do as the first step is to locate this area, which is the URL itself, and click on search. Or you just want to make sure that you go directly. If you have the app, you want to open it with an app. But of course, I want to use the web version of it by using it directly like this. I want to use the Chrome version of it and open it with the Chrome version for now. Once you do that, of course, when open on the search browser, being it Yahoo or Bing or whatever search browser you're using, you're going to be taken to a front page that looks like this. Here, you want to make sure to go ahead to close this particular pop-up here by clicking the X close button, and you'll see a front page that looks like this. This is how it looks like from the front end, and the first step you want to take is to make sure that you locate this three stripe from the top right. As you can see here, click on that three stripe and you're going to see this menu bar or buttons which will be displayed to you. You have home, predictions, free bet, statistics, tools, follow, and help and preference. But we want to make use of the second one here, which is predictions, as you can see here, by just clicking on it or tapping with your finger, and you're going to see something that looks like this. Based on this display result, we have a lot of different menu icons or menu lists which have been displayed to us, like tips trending now, tonight and today and tonight, kickoff tips, tomorrow, this weekend, play today, yesterday, accumulator tips, and so on. Of course, here, what we want to do is to make sure that we use this area that says today or tonight and just click on it directly. Just tap with your finger and click on that, and you're going to be taken to a front page that looks like this, displayed as betting prediction today and tonight. Of course, you're going to see something like this, which is a calendar, and here you're going to make the decision on what date you actually want to pick so that games should be shown to you based on that particular date. For example, let's assume today is of course Tuesday, but of course you can decide to go for another day like during the weekend, like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Let's assume that I want to go for Saturday. As you can see, select whatever date you want to go for. It can be Friday, it can be Saturday, and of course it can be Sunday. So I want to go for Saturday by clicking on that calendar, and once I do that, you're going to see that it has changed, and now the highlight is now on Saturday. Of course, once you do that, you'll still be seeing this page, but you want to make sure to scroll down by dragging like this. And of course, once you scroll across, you're going to see this area here that says odds. As you can see, reset filter, this area, and below this reset filter, you're going to see these games being predicted at the downside here. You also want to make sure that you make use of, especially to those of you which of course you want to change this navigated area. We have this area here where if you click on this menu, you're going to see like prediction for today. We have kickoff soon. We have play today. Of course, we have prediction for tomorrow. Whatever changes you make there, you're going to take that effect. But by default, I want to leave it there. And based on popular league, you can also change this area to choose whatever league you want. Like, for example, whether it is England in the international cups or rest of the UK and Ireland or whatever, but of course I want to leave it by default on popular league. So you also want to make sure to leave it by default and leave it as all stake and also all predictions. just leave it like that without changing nothing and just come here, you're going to see this area where games have been predicted. For example, in the England FA Cup, you're going to see games like this, and you're going to see a score line by the side of it. Like for example here, you're going to see 3-1 in the England Cup, a match between Birmingham against Lincoln City. Of course, once you see something like that, you want to make sure that you go ahead to click on it and see from the inside with the statistics. Now, I will share with you exactly what you need to do when you start to see stakes like that. And what I want you to look at is to make sure that you look at stakes which are between the score line of at least 2-0, 3-1, 3-2, anything which is above at least the value of 2 and above. Don't look for 1-0 because 1-0 score line is very small, which of course the stake will not be good. So we want to look at the least stake lines which are at least 3-1, 3-0, 4-1, 3-2, something which are large. Of course, if you look at this first option here, which we have 3-1, it also means that the home team is going to win, as an example, because 3 stands for the home and 1 for the away. And it also means that there is the probability of at least 1.5 goal or 2.5 goals. So this particular score line gives you the idea of what team is going to win or what outcomes result to goals. So by looking at the score line, you're going to have that idea of what team is going to win or what teams or gameplay is going to result to goals probability. Now, of course, let's assume that I would tick or choose any particular event on this list based on the display result for what we have. And we want to look at the in statistics to see at what exactly we should look at when it comes to stakes like this. For example, if I'm here in this game, that is Liverpool against Accrington Stanley, as you can see here in the cup, as you can see, it is actually in the FA Cup. As you can see here from the up here, it is England FA Cup. Let's assume that we want to look at Liverpool and its opponent, which is Accrington Stanley. The score line here is 4-0. And remember, I've said before that we should look at score line that have a large stake. Like for example, 3-1, 3-0, 2-0, 5-0, 5-1, and something like that with a huge difference in terms of the probability of wins and goals. In other words, if at all it is 4-0, as in this case, which you can see here, it still means that the home is going to lead, as also the possibility of goals. But of course here, you're going to see this area here that says tip. And you also want to make sure to put your eye on this area that says tip and read what you have here, last take on home to win. Of course, this gives you an idea that they are telling you that the home team is going to win, and you can see that the stake result difference is very big. But of course, we are not going to end here because this is just the surface of what you have seen, which are not always the probability of what you see here. For you to conclude, we need to take another step, which of course is to look at the in statistics of what is happening from the inside, looking at some gameplay they have had and some of the performances they have had based on recent result. So what you want to do is to come to this area that says last take on the home as the tip highlighted here. Just click on it directly by tapping on it, and you are going to see a new page which will be open to you. Of course, once you see that, you are going to see an area displayed to you like this, which says your prediction. In your prediction area, of course, you are going to see the probability occurrence for the home team to win, which of course here is 58%. The probability of the away to win is 16%. And you can see that based on this probability of either the home or the away team to win, therefore you already have an idea of the fact that it is very difficult for the away to win with just 60%. But the probability of the home to win has already surpasses 50%, which means that for the home to win have probability of 58%, which of course can be very possible. But we are not going to end here because this is just to give us an idea on what pick we should take. The next step now is to scroll down again, and you're going to see an area where you're going to see this area that says recent form. There is a recent form area beneath, which of course you can see Liverpool and Accrington Stanley, which are the two teams involved for this play. What you want to do is to look at the latest recent 5 games they have just had. As you can see here, based on the home team Liverpool, you can see that the form is very good. They are telling us that based on the recent 5 games they have had 4 wins, 1 draw, according to what you can see based on this highlighted green and this pink, as you can see here. And the result of that of the away in terms of form prove that of the form of the home is better as compared to that of the away, because the away have registered 2 losses, 2 wins and 1 draw. Now, of course, you also want to make sure not to end there, but to proceed ahead to look at the recent gameplay they have had in terms of recent events with the teams they have had games against and also the score lines. For example, Liverpool, as you can see, have had games with Manchester United and they had a draw 2-2 when it was at home. At the way, it had a game against West Ham and was able to beat West Ham 5-0. Against Leicester, it beat it 3-1. Against Tottenham, 6-3. And against Southampton, 2-1. This also will give you an idea to tell you that the home team, Liverpool, is a very high striking team, scoring at least between 2 to 5 to 3 and even 6 goals in each event. But that of Accrington Stanley, on the other hand, have that probability to concede. And you can see here, it conceded 2 goals, as you can see, against 0 with Salford City. 2-1 against Carlisle, and you can see that even though the rest also some performance prove that they have that probability to also score, but of course the probability of the home team having an upper hand is better as compared to that is the home have form better as compared to that of the away. And you can read that also using this area, which you can see here, formed by this particular highlight of bar, which you can see here. You can see that this bar from the right hand is longer and thicker as compared to this that is from the left hand is longer and thicker as compared to that from the right hand side, which of course this one from the left hand is the home and this one from the away is this one from the right hand is the away. This also tells us or to give us an idea that the form of the home is better as compared to that of the away. Now, of course, we are not going to end here because, of course, this app does not give us exactly all the things we need, but it has just given us an idea of exactly what we should think about when it comes to the game which we have selected in terms of the ideas we have had from the front end based on prediction. So I will come one step behind and come back to this area. Of course, we were here. Now, of course, this is how exactly you can find some of the games, but I'll also introduce to you another app which you can use to see another in-depth analysis, which of course this app may not be able to show you, so that you can make conclusion from the result which you have picked from this particular area. So this takes us to the next app, and of course you can repeat that same result to find all the various games on this list on whatever game based on the score line which I've explained to you. When you see scoreline of 1:1 here, it is not a good idea to go for it, for which team to win or to give it at least 1.5 goal, because the scoreline is very small. And here, looking at this one like 2-0, these are the kind of thing you should look at, because the scoreline for the home to win is 2, making a difference of at least 2 between the two teams. You don't want to look at 1-0 here because the scoreline difference is very small. This 1 goal for the away team might end up not having any goal. So you don't want to look at very small score lines. You want to look at least between 2 and above. If it's 2-0, it is good. 3-0, it is good. 4-0, it is good. 5-0, it is good. If it is 3-1, it is good. 3-2, it is good, which is the probability of goals you are looking for. 5-2, it is good. And anything score line where you want to look at the probability of goals to occur in the event in full time or a straight win. So you want to look at those occurrence of events, looking at those scoreline differences. And now, of course, I'll move to the next step where I want to use another app to show you exactly some additional ideas to put in to come out with the best result and the best picks to include in your slate. But before we proceed to that, there is a short announcement I would like to make to you. If you come to the home page of our channel here, of course, we have the home page. We also have the video tab section. Based on this front page of our channel, you're going to see that you can easily join to become a member of our channel, so that you can be having access to game predictions which we provide to members only. You can see that we provide match prediction events based on corner kicks to our members, and also game prediction based on goals probability, which you can have this advantage to take advantage of the odds we provide to boost your winning by a greater percent. We have a lot of members here on our channel that are benefiting from our hand-pick event based on corner kicks and goals probability. You want to make sure that you also join to become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan to have access to this. What you want to do is to make sure that you just locate the join button, as you can see here, and click on join. Once you click on the join button, you want to proceed and go to the Level 2 Pro plan and access it. Join the Level 2 Pro plan so that you're going to have access to our game prediction based on corner kicks and goals probability. We also provide events for the weekends, like top events which are upcoming days ahead of time, so that you can have enough time to put games on your slate to boost winning by a greater percent. Also, of course, You want to also make sure that you take advantage of our big league events, which we provide to members only, like Champions League match prediction events, Premier League events, Conference League match prediction events, Europa League, and other big league events, which we give to members only. And of course, you want to take advantage of it. We also have some match prediction strategies which we have shared to members of the Level 2 Pro plan. For example, Game Changer Corner Kick match prediction event. And if you come here, let me locate some of the match prediction events we have just shared to members of the Level 2 Pro plan. If I come to this area that says members, as you can see here, this is our members. If I click on this members area, this area that says members only video, this area that you can see here, if I click on members only video, you're going to see that videos on members only will be displayed here. And our members are benefiting from match prediction strategy. As you can see here, live match corner kick football soccer prediction strategy, which we have shared to members only. We have also shared a simple trick which our member can use to make consistent winning when it comes to match prediction event. Of course, we also have another strategy here, never seen soccer bet strategy, which you can use to find picks and include them in your sleep. And there are a lot of it which we have shared on this area of our membership package plan. And once you become a member of the Level 2 Pro plan, you're going to have access to members only match prediction tutorials, as well as our handpicked events, which we shared to members only. To those of you who want to join, the link is below this video description. You want to navigate to it directly, click and join to become a member and start to have access to all of these features to take your winning to the next height. Also, without forgetting, I want to make sure that I share with you also the recent game video, that is video tutorial we just published. It is actually in the video tab section. If you come to the homepage of our channel here, as you can see, you want to locate this area that says video, click on videos. In the video area, we have just recently published a strategy which we have termed it as 5 hidden Sofascore features which you can use to make more win bets. We just published this 8 days ago. And you can see that once you watch this, you are going to have benefit from the Sofascore features which we have shared to everyone. This is free. And of course, even if you don't join to become a member, you can still watch this particular free video tutorial, which we have titled it as 5 hidden Sofascore features to win more bet. You want to make sure to locate the video tab area here. Find this video tutorial to watch it because it is very relevant. Watch it to the end to grab all the points which we have explained and pick up all what you can grab from it. And also recently, we have also released our top #1 strategy, which we use to find corner kick match prediction events, which we share to members and also to members of our channel as a general. Here, we have also created a video tutorial, which we have titled it Game Changer Corner Kick Strategy Being Reviewed. This was just released 3 days ago, and you want to make sure that you use this particular strategy to find corner kicks and to make more win bets when it comes to corner kick match prediction strategy. This is our top secret, which we have revealed on this particular video tutorial. It is a 25-minute long video tutorial, and of course, only members of the Level 3 Master Plan can access this particular video tutorial. This is because it is our top secret, and we give it only to members of the Level 3 Master Plan. In other words, if you join the Level 3 Master Plan by choosing that particular package plan, you'll be able to have access to this particular video. I'll also put the video link below this particular video description, and also the bet strategy which I've just mentioned. I'll put a direct link below this video so that to those of you who want to watch them, you can go directly, click on the link directly below this video description, navigate and watch, and start to have access to these features and also start making picks and making more win tickets. So that being said, I will now go directly to continue from where we ended. Now, the next step you want to proceed with is to make sure to locate your Play Store, as you can see here, and click on it directly. And once you do that, you want to search for the app called FlashScore and make sure that you install it on your device. It looks like this based on the logo. You want to make sure to go ahead to install it. And once installation has been complete, you want to locate the open button and click on it directly. Once you do that, you're going to be taken to a front page that looks like this. And you want to make sure to go ahead to also come here and locate the games which you have seen using the strategy we have shared with you with the website, and also come here to look at the form of that particular team. But of course, you want to make sure that since we're dealing on Saturday based on the app which we used here, and remember that since we're dealing on Saturday, then you want to make sure that you choose date which is in cooperation or it is related to the games you are picking based on the date. Since we looked at, it was actually Liverpool which we looked at in that particular event. Let's go back and locate Liverpool, which of course, let's locate that particular event. It was actually here, Liverpool against Accrington Stanley. As you can see here, it was actually in the England FA Cup, which you have seen here. We also want to make sure that since it was Saturday and based on our calendar date here, it is Saturday the 11th, you want to make sure that you come inside of FlashScore here and locate Saturday, as you can see, the 11th. Also select that date so that it is going to be related to what you are looking for. It was actually in the England FA Cup. You also want to make sure that you scroll along this particular page to locate England in the FA Cup. As you can see here, this is it here. Click on it and you're going to see result like this. We're talking about Liverpool and Accrington. This is the game. Choose it directly like that and you're going to see something that looks like this. From this end, you want to make sure to come to this section that says H2H, click on it, and you're going to see something that looks like this. With this, of course, it is easy for you to see stats as well, based on the games they have played and the recent event they have also had, their performances the same way as compared to that of the opponent. The difference with this is that this particular app will share with you some of the head-to-head teams have had, as well as the games they have had in terms of form, especially if the event is not related to cup. For example, let me go one step behind and choose any event which is not cup related, and I will share with you how that FlashScore can help you to locate the form of the team easily for you to make the best choices. Let's look at an example here in the Germany Bundesliga, where of course we have a game where the score line here is 3-1 with Freiburg, and also here Wolfsburg against Hoffenheim. You can see here Hoffenheim playing against Wolfsburg, and they are giving off us scoreline of 3-2, which to tell us that there is a probability of 1.5 goal or 2.5 goal, as well as Wolfsburg, which is the away team to lead, as you can see, based on 2-3. But this event type are mostly for goals probability. You want to make sure that you go and search for Bundesliga of Germany as an example, so that we can easily see the form. And here we are going to locate that Germany in the Bundesliga as an example here, and we are looking for Wolfsburg, as you can see, against Hoffenheim, where here the difference here is the fact that you can also see that head-to-head, the recent game performances they have had, and also that head-to-head, which of course I discussed earlier, can be found here, where you can see that based on the game event they have recently had, based on head-to-head, resulted to 3-0 goals, which is 2.5 goal and Wolfsburg to lead. Another which recently occurred is 2-2, as you can see here, giving us an idea of the fact that once ever these two teams meet, there's always the probability of goals in full time. Now, in this area, we also want to make sure or to make use of the standing table here. The reason why this FlashScore is also very important is as a result of the standing table which they give us. You want to make sure to click on the standing table area. In the standing table, you will be able to see the position of the teams on the league table, the number of games they have played, goal scored and goal conceded when you read that occurrence. For example, Wolfsburg, they have played 15 games, scoring 32 goals and conceding 28, as compared to Hoffenheim that have had 15 games, scoring 12 goals and conceding, that is 15 games, scoring 20 goals and conceding 28. And now, of course, the relevant point of this is this form area, which you can see here, the form tab, which after you are actually found on the standing area, you can click on form. Once you click on form, you are going to have idea based on the most recent event you have had to know which team are more offensive or more conceding, to know what to go for. As an example here, based on the recent 5 events played by Wolfsburg, they have scored 13 goals, conceding 10. And for Hoffenheim, they have had 5 events, scoring 7 goals and conceding 9. What you want to do here as an easy calculation is to take the number of goals they have scored divided by the number of matches played, the number of goals conceded divided by the number of matches played, to have the average goal scored and goal conceded rate to know if goals probability will actually occur or not. For example, if we take 13 for Wolfsburg divided by 5, we are going to have about 2.2, which of course to tell us that Wolfsburg have an average goal score rate of 2 above, which is good for it to actually score. And if the defensive line of Hoffenheim is not good, then there's the probability of Wolfsburg to score more goals. For example, to know that for Hoffenheim, the defensive line, we are going to take 9 divided by 5, which of course, it is going to give us about 1.6 and more. So let me go back to where I was. Okay, 9 divided by 5, it is going to give us a value to tell us that Wolfsburg defense is not good, which means that if the Wolfsburg offense is great, then there's a probability of Wolfsburg to score against Hoffenheim since the defensive line of Hoffenheim is not very tight. This gives us an idea that there is a probability of Wolfsburg to score, and therefore goal probability is what to look at. Now we are also going to take 10 divided by 5 for Wolfsburg to know the conceded rate, and 10 divided by 5 is 2 to tell us that the defensive line of Wolfsburg also is not very tight, which means that Hoffenheim can also have the probability for it to score Wolfsburg, to tell us that the defensive line of Wolfsburg is not very tight, which means that Hoffenheim also have that chance to also score Wolfsburg. And if we look at the offensive line of Hoffenheim, if we take 7 divided by 5 to tell us that it's at least 1.2 to 1.3, which means that Hoffenheim can also score, since the defensive line of Wolfsburg is not very tight. This is how we do the calculations to know if a team can easily score or if a team can easily concede, by calculating the goal scoring rate and the goal conceding rate or capacity. So for you to calculate that, you must use the number of goals they have scored divided by the number of matches they have played to know the number of, that is the goal score rate. Also use the number of goals they have conceded divided by the number of matches played to know the conceding power. And by doing this division and calculation, you easily know which team can easily concede or which team can easily score. And once you make this calculation, you are going to have that idea if to go for goals probability or if to go for straight win. This is why I have suggested this app to you, because of this particular feature here, which is a standing table and the form at the same time, for you to easily make this calculation and come out with the best result. This is why this app was relevant for this particular strategic tutorial. Now, of course, you want to make sure to proceed to the next step, find all those games and repeat the same strategy step by step to come out with the best result. And this is exactly how, of course, we use this method or strategy to find picks for winning soccer matches. And this is the exact expert tip for picking winning soccer games step by step. You want to make sure to go ahead to like and subscribe so that you are going to keep update based on recent posts we make in terms of strategic tutorials like this for you not to miss any. You want to make sure to like and subscribe and also enable the bell notification icon so that anytime we post a new video tutorial like this, of course, you will be the very first to watch and also benefit from what we have to share with you. See you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.